Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are doing a friendship reading between Nayeon and Mina. In this friendship reading we have like a whole spread that I still haven't memorized, so I have my little piece of paper right here ready to go. And this time I'm going to do it a little bit different because I want to lay down all the cards down first and then read from there. So let the shuffling begin. So let's get into the reading. So the card that represents the relationships that Nayeon and Mina have is shift. So this tells me that they have the type of dynamic that they're both constantly trying to evolve, they're both constantly trying to get better, and they're both helping each other out become like the best versions of themselves. This shift card tells me that they have a relationship where everything's constantly changing, where a relationship where they're both constantly doing new things and trying new things, and they're both evolving in a way that they both are constantly trying to love themselves and try to have a good relationship with their image, a good relationship with each other. So it does feel like they do kind of like get along, like they're like we do have something here. I'm saying that because I've done other videos where I'm like, I don't know if it feels like this is a very like strictly professional relationship. There's nothing here, but in this video we have the relationship that Mina and Nayeon have, and it feels like both of them have a very dynamic relationship. That's the best way I can explain. Like something's always moving, something's always changing, something's always happening. So I mean, what is this? A Virgo and an Aries relationship? It makes sense. You have an Aries that is always like impulsive, could be seen as selfish, or they know what they want, right? And then you have a Virgo that is very structured and they have a routine, so they can both balance each other out in getting things done for a Virgo, and for an Aries is finally finding some sort of structure in their life. So that's kind of what I see. Like they both complement each other very well, and that's why something's always changing, as this card suggests, which is a card that represents the relationship. Now, how, like the card that represents each person in question. So the card that represents Nayeon is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is an independent individual. It's a card that shows a woman, usually. In this deck, all the like the genders are swapped, so all the guys are women, all the women are guys. That's kind of how it goes in this deck. So yeah, usually the Nine of Pentacles is a woman that has a bird, which is seen right there. So it's a woman that feels happy. They are in like their own little paradise. They're independent. They're self-sufficient. That's kind of the words that just randomly came to my mind. So I do feel that card is a very good card to represent Nayeon. Like I see Nayeon the way that card usually makes me feel, I guess, or like what that card means basically. So yeah, the Nine of Pentacles is supposed to represent someone that is materially well off by themselves. So Nayeon is a very individual, still focused on herself type of mentality. Like after that Nine of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Pentacles, right? So the Ten of Pentacles is right here. We'll talk about that later. So yeah, this is definitely someone that can sustain themselves. It's someone that feels very stable, feels very happy. They have cultivated their own garden. It's someone that is very fortunate and very grounded. So Nayeon, the card that represents Nayeon, is something like that, right? In this relationship, someone is very stable, knows what they are, knows what they want, stuff like that. Someone that worked hard to reach the top, type of thing. And the card that represents Mina in this relationship is the moon. So this is a card of someone that has tamed very well both sides of like their instinct wild side and their human brain, I guess you can put it. I don't know, their tamed side. I don't know. In here we have a woman dancing with a polar bear, so that kind of tells me that Mina has this. She's very good at dancing with the unknown. That's kind of what I got. The moon represents our subconscious. The moon also represents everything that we do not see, unknowns, the dark side of the soul, stuff like that, right? So things that we usually don't see, things that are hidden from us. The moon is a Pisces card, so it is, to me, 12th house energy. Everything that we do not see, everything that is unknown to us, but it's happening to us anyway, right? So it's things that it's like our blind spot. That's usually what I see as the 12th house. So I do feel that this card kind of tells us that Mina in this relationship is someone that is able to just go out on an adventure and go into that unknown, or is someone that is constantly going through this deep reflection of who she is, and that will explain why this shift card is here. You have someone that has, you have Nayeon, who has a card that represents an individual that has everything pretty well put together. Is someone that knows who they are very well. And then Mina, on the other side, we have the moon, so it kind of represents like that Mina is constantly shifting all of the things that she doesn't even realize she has to change. So in this dynamic, we do have someone that knows what they are and who they are, and then we have someone that is learning from that attitude. Now let's go on to the second cards, the second level. I don't know. So how does Nayeon see Mina? We have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is a very good card. This is I was talking about the Nine of Pentacles, and then I mentioned in the Ten of Pentacles goes next. Well, no, duh. But we have the Ten of Pentacles right here. So the Ten of Pentacles is a card that represents someone that is sharing their material wealth with somebody else. This is a card that I see as legacy. It's a card of inheritance. It's a card that I see as, generations type of thing. So I do feel that one of the things that Nayeon sees is the potential that Mina has to learn all of the things that she in this case, the things that Nayeon has to offer, basically. That's kind of what I'm going at. The other thing that I'm seeing is that Nayeon sees Mina as someone that she wants to share the rest of her life with. So I do feel that this is, that at least from Nayeon's perspective, she wants to have a very friendly, coexisting relationship with Mina for a very long time. So it does feel like Nayeon really appreciates Mina, or sees. The other thing that I got is that Nayeon could potentially see the tradition that Mina carries within herself. So let's say the traditions that her family has, the traditions of her culture. I mean, they're from two different countries, so that could be also it. So Nayeon really sees that side of Mina. It also feels that she also sees the side of Mina of she came from a good family type of thing. So someone that has been brought up very nicely, someone that is well mannered. I guess that's what I'm getting at. And I also feel that here we have a dragon and what I'm gonna consider a princess or something. So I do feel that Nayeon could see herself as this dragon that has to protect Mina potentially. Now, how does Mina see Nayeon? We have the Knight of Swords reverse. So I do feel that the first thing that I got is that Nayeon doesn't have, what is it called? Kind of speaks before she thinks. So Mina could see that Nayeon is a type that doesn't really has kind of like difficulty with her words. Like Nayeon doesn't, it's straightforward. Like she says what she thinks and that's it. I guess Mina is able to see like the raw version of Nayeon, or she sees how natural Nayeon is. Like she's like Mina sees Nayeon's unfiltered self, and I think Mina is okay with it. because I'm getting this Knight of Swords and I'm not feeling anything bad necessarily, even though it's reversed. The Knight of Swords is someone that could be reckless because they're taking action, even though this one's kind of still. So I do feel that that Mina sees the unfiltered version of Nayeon, a very raw person, I guess you could put it. And I also feel that Mina sees this side that is able to. I'm kind of getting dizzy with all I'm thinking. I'm not too sure how to express it, but it's kind of like calculative, non-reckless or cautious, right? So I guess Mina sees how cautious Nayeon is and how rough around the edges Nayeon could be, or that's like from Mina's perspective, that's how she sees Nayeon, someone that may struggle to communicate, but it's more like it's just that Nayeon is very direct, and that's what Mina sees, and I think she's okay with it. Like she likes that. She likes how genuine Nayeon is and how sincere she is as well. So I do feel that this Knight of Swords reversed kind of shows someone that is very cautious, someone that is very raw as well. Even though that raw is not really like the thing I think of when I see the Knight of Swords, but that's kind of what it came through in this one. So I do feel that Mina sees this very unpolished version of Nayeon, and she seems to be okay with it. Okay, so the next card that we have is what do they like about each other. So what does Nayeon like about Mina is temperance. So she likes this balanced, like this balance that Mina may have with her way, with her confidence and her way of speaking, because we have blue, which is the throat chakra, and then we have yellow, which is the solar plexus. So a good balance of being able to say what is needed to say whenever it's needed, but also being able to show this confident side. The other thing that I'm kind of getting with temperance is one of the things I usually don't get. I mean, I'm saying for myself. Patience. So I do feel that one of the things that Nayeon really, really likes about Mina is her patience. Her patience, her ability to just wait for things to go smoothly. Also her harmony. So I do feel that Nayeon likes the harmonious energy that Mina carries within herself. And she may see Mina as like a little angel, because we have an angel right here. I think this is another dragon, so I do feel that the dragon represents Nayeon, at least in this deck for now. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. And I do feel that the other thing that she really likes about Mina is the duality and the balance that Mina carries. So I do feel that that is something that could cause Nayeon to want to protect Mina a lot, to make sure that Mina constantly stays in that balance. Now the other card that we have is this one, which is the Page of Cups. So Mina sees Nayeon as someone that is able to communicate. Like, one of the things that Mina likes is that Nayeon is able to communicate what she feels with no filter, with no, like Nayeon doesn't like hold nothing back. She says what she has to say, and that's good. Also, I do feel that Mina really likes when Nayeon gets very emotional and sensitive. She likes to see that side of Nayeon's self, like that emotional side that she carries. I do feel that one of the things that Mina really likes about Nayeon as well is potentially one of the things that I randomly got. If Nayeon is good with animals, she likes that. I'm saying it because I'm seeing the fish and how the person's looking at the fish, and I kind of thought, well, that could be it. So that could be one of the things that Mina really likes about Nayeon as well. With this Page of Cups, that is to me a messenger of emotions, a messenger of creativity. So I do feel that Mina really likes Nayeon's way of thinking, or like if they have to think of a way of doing something, a creative way of solving a problem, Nayeon has very good ideas, and Mina really likes those ideas, potentially. Now, the other card that we have is how do they like to spend their time together, and we have productivity. So right here we have, I see this card almost like a mother and a child. So I feel that they both have a dynamic of someone older and someone younger. I mean, how many years are they apart? Like, what, 94, 97, what, 3 years apart? That is a good age gap for like dynamic of I'm older but I will take care of you, and someone that is like, oh yeah, I'm younger, take care of me. That type of dynamic. So I do feel that the way that they like to spend their time together could be walks in nature, maybe planting stuff. I don't know if they're good at gardening, but that's one of the things that could be, as we see all this nature. We also have a lot of green on this card, so they're both one of the things that they like to do that is that is like productive is just expressing how they both feel. I think they're both very good at just talking about the things that they're feeling at the moment, or I know the word in Spanish, but right now they like to vent and rant to each other. There you go. Those were the words that I was looking for. They like to vent about the things that they may be struggling with. They like to talk about their day. I do feel that talking is very important for both of them. Or they like to do things together. So let's say they're going to cook, they like to cook together, or they want to clean their room, they like to clean together. So they like to do things that are productive. So if they both have a plan of like, oh, I want to go buy stuff, they go do that. So they're very good at planning things and getting that done. The other card, oh, this is the last card, never mind. Okay, the next one that we have is what have they learned from each other? So what has Nayeon learned from Mina? We have the Tower. So this is more synergy now that I think about it. So I think one of the things that Nayeon has learned is that change is not scary. That's the first thing that I kind of felt with this Tower card, because to me, the Tower is the equivalent to the Death card. Okay, to what I believe people react when they see the Death card. Like I could feel like in the audience gasp in unison, and everyone goes like when they see the Death card. But to me, that's how I feel when I see the Tower card. It's a card that I go like, oh boy, things are gonna, shit's gonna hit the fan. Things are gonna get difficult, or things are just going to start changing, right? So with this Tower card, I feel that Nayeon has learned from Mina how things change and how that's natural, and how that seems to be, like everything will be okay, everything will be fine, and that change is something that occurs randomly, that you can't really predict it, and there's this sense of oh my god, let me see if I can say this word, like spontaneous energy. I was thinking of that word, but in a different form. Right, so one of the things that Nayeon has learned from Mina is being able to adapt, being able to keep their cool as things are changing, being able to adapt to those changes. So I do feel that one of the things that Nayeon has learned from Mina is being able to handle change and transformation in a very positive light. So the Tower card to me means movement, it means change, it means creating a new foundation. So I do feel that this could have been one of the things that could help Nayeon continue to be this Nine of Pentacles type of energy. Now, the thing that Mina has learned from Nayeon is how to communicate. So this Ace of Swords is a new beginning, a new chapter with communication, ideas, and thoughts. So one of the things that Mina has learned from Nayeon is how to express herself through words, or how to speak up. I do feel that Nayeon's this is I feel like communication has been big with Mina. So I do feel that because we had someone that is raw and just says what they unfiltered thoughts, unfiltered way of speaking, and then with this Page of Cups we had being able to emotionally express herself. So I do feel that Mina has learned from Nayeon how to those qualities that she likes about Nayeon. She has adapted them to herself and learned how to do that. I like this about this person, how can I apply that information for myself and for my development and for my growth. I feel that's kind of what Mina has been thinking. So one of the things that she has learned from Nayeon is just how to express herself, how to communicate, how to say her ideas a little bit better, how to think in a way that can be spoken about, if that makes sense. Because there's many times that we are thinking things and we're feeling things, but we don't have the right words to express exactly what we're feeling or what we're thinking. So I do feel that that's a very important lesson that Mina has learned from Nayeon, and I think that's actually very nice. And you know what's the most beautiful thing about this relationship? So the last card that we have in this, I always mention it, this is the question that is the most important to me in this reading, and that is, why did they meet? And the card that we have for them is, the reason Nayeon and Mina met was connection. It was just to connect emotionally. I say emotionally because we have green, and green is a heart chakra. We have orange right here and here and here. So that's the sacral chakra, which talks about what we're passionate about, what we're driven, what motivates us. So I do feel that the reason they connected was to be able to do the things that they're passionate about, the things that make them happy, and that are the driving force for them. And the reason they connected was to help each other work through their emotional problems, not necessarily, but being able to work with their heart and being able to heal that part of themselves, or being able to express it. At least for Mina's case, being able to express that side of herself, and from Nayeon's case, it was just being able to be her own shrine, catalyst, her own temple. So yeah, for Nayeon, it's kind of like the things that she was able to benefit from this relationship is being able to be kind of like stoic to change. Not necessarily, it's just being able to adapt to change, right? And I do feel that, you know, Nayeon has worked so well on herself, so like that when something changes, she knows how to work with that, because even though it's unknown, even though it's different, even though it could be scary, at least she knows the skills that she carries, she knows the information that she knows, and all of that will help her build the tools needed for those changes. And from Mina's side, the reason they met was to connect in such a way that she could express in a more verbal way, you know, for the 3D. So I do feel that's the type of relationship they have. They have a friendship that, at least from Nayeon's side, she really does wish for it to be long lasting and something that she will deeply carry in her heart. I do feel that she really values and cares about Mina, and from Mina, I do feel that she really admires Nayeon's way of expressing herself, her way of acting, and her way of doing things. So the other thing that I got is that Mina probably really admires Nayeon's philosophy of life. So the way that she sees life, the way that she carries herself, that type of energy. So I do feel that they both have a very harmonious relationship, especially since Nayeon really likes that about Mina, and I really, really like that. I think that's very nice. I do feel that that's a very wholesome relationship, one that they can both learn from and grow from. I do feel that I can't really tell you what they do together because that's not really important. It's kind of like what they feel when they're working together, right? I do feel there's a bunch of beautiful things here. I am very, very grateful that we got something so pretty and so nice and so heartwarming. I don't really know them, so that's just what the card said. You guys tell me if that's true, if that's not it. You know, based on what you guys know, what do you think? Do you think this is true? Do you think that's not true? What do you see that could back this up or doesn't back it up? I don't know. I kind of want to read. I kind of want to read what you guys have to say about this reading. I really liked it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys found it entertaining or at least learned from it a little bit. What was I going to say? They both seem to have a very nice relationship, so I'm glad that they do. Thank you for everyone that watched this video. I never know how to end my video, so I'm just gonna like look forward to the next video whenever that is, however that is. And love and healing from my part to you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.